Warning, the following video may contain cursing, immature jokes, or verbal not safe for work content. If you do not wish to view anything that may contain any of these, please immediately go back to your previous page, or otherwise, just stick around and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Today we're going to be talking about all the things that have gone down in 2018, from the good to the bad, and we're each going to get a subject to talk about.
To the ugly.
Yes, really ugly, like really fucked up shit.
Like George.
So we're gonna go one subject a month. There may be random things that have happened that we don't mention, but we're gonna mention the things that struck us the most. Alright?
Slight disclaimer, though, we do not know full facts about everything that we have brought up. It's just the big controversies that came up that we may or may not have been a part of, may or may not have actually done research on. It's basically just the big things that everyone was talking about.
We looked it all up about an hour ago.
Yeah.
But
most of these things we've heard of at some point or another because they were either very controversial or just very, very exciting for some people, and they didn't shut up.
Are you having trouble saying the word controversial?
Controversial.
Controversial?
I got it. All right. So
did I say controversial?
You say that a lot.
Much.
It's completely normal. It's fine.
I mean, I don't know.
All right, so I'll start with January. On January 23rd, Neil Diamond retires after being diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
So who is Neil Diamond? Let's start with that.
He's a singer.
Right. What
Sweet
style?
Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum.
Right.
Yeah,
He's that one.
That's one of his
He
songs.
also does I can't remember what it is. But he's really popular.
Yeah, he was part of like that 80s like diner style music.
Yeah, he did he played on movie Saving
Silverman?
Saving Silverman, yeah, with Jack Black and a whole bunch of other actors, and he played on it as a major role, and that's the only reason why I know him, but he's very popular. All right. So who's going next?
I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
In February 6th to be exact, Elon Musk's company SpaceX, which is a space program that he owned, launched the Falcon Heavy, the world's most powerful rocket ever.
So I'd like to point out that maybe every week or maybe every month, he reblogs something about the Falcon Heavy. It's either like a re-live stream of the launch. Like, I keep seeing re-recordings or re-live streams of the launch, and I'm like, didn't that already happen like 20 times? Why are we still doing this? But you know what?
Very, very, what's the word? Egotistic?
Egotistic, yeah.
I love Elon Musk.
I mean,
He's hilarious.
I can understand why. I mean, you just created the world's most powerful rocket. Of course you'd be fucking stoked about
You're
that.
going to brag about it.
Yeah. So, I know what? Full credit to him. I don't have any complaints to continue.
I mean, what was the last most powerful rocket, though? Like, it was definitely the Apollo 13.
Clearly don't know. I think it was called the Merlin, if I remember correctly.
Idea.
The only Merlin I know is the crazy old guy from Shrek 3.
I was thinking the TV show on Netflix. So, he's a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Larry.
I guess we can move on.
You're a
because
lizard
we don't
fairy.
know much about rockets.
All right, so
we
on
are
to you.
not rocket scientists or rocket nerds here.
Yeah.
So I'll just come out and say this one for March. I don't know who Scott Kelly is that much, so I'll just read it out and then we can talk about it a little bit. NASA reveals that astronaut Scott Kelly is no longer identical to his twin brother after spending 1 year in space. 7% of his genes were altered from his trip.
That's actually a little bit weird to think about. Like, just being in space for that amount of time changed something in his DNA, so he was no longer identical to his twin brother.
Is it like the air pressure or something?
Gravity. Lack of gravity.
That's true. That's awesome.
His body was probably adapting to the...
Don't you feel bad for the husbands that were like, go wife, I'll see you when you get back, and then she gets back and they're like, who the fuck are you? Like, I wonder how much they changed by looks.
I don't think it's that.
I don't think it
drastic.
changes their looks, but the one thing that popped into my head when you said that is zero gravity. Does that like make it better or worse?
Are they more bouncy after?
Would they sag?
Do they sag? No, they don't sag.
The second they re-enter, they just drop.
There's more downward pressure, so they're just like hanging there.
No, but there's no gravity, so if they're like larger, they might just float up in the face if they don't have a proper shirt on.
No, I think they will actually be like firm after that.
And for the listeners at home, yes, we are talking about the ergonomics of women's breasts in space.
It's actually a pretty decent subject.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think because of like the whole anti-gravity situation, or not anti-gravity, but lack of gravity, the breasts will form in such a way that they're not going to pull down or pull up. They've just been stationary there.
They merely float.
Yeah,
they just sit there.
The skin's just going to be normal, as if it was never being pulled on in the first place. So it's just going to be a tip. Not sagged, not droopy at all.
But when they come back and they like walk out, how weird would that feel? Just like,
I forgot what this felt like.
Yeah. Like those girls that have spinal issues because of how big their breasts are. I wonder if that changes.
That would hurt.
Because that is an interesting thought.
Your spine was up in space. It was decompressed. You're now on Earth. Your spine has to recompress due to gravity. That's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I feel like I should go into space just to crack my back. I mean, it's so hard.
Oh, God. All right, so moving on.
Yeah.
On April 26th, Bill Cosby was found guilty of sexual assault in Pennsylvania. This was a really big subject because after he got found guilty, there were so many other actors that were like
accused of sexual assault,
and not just actors.
No, there were a lot of people.
Yeah, actors,
Henry
singers,
Weinstein?
Comedians.
Why was that his name? Henry Weinstein?
I have no idea.
He's the I think he's the Hollywood director.
Oh, okay. I know Louis C.K. was accused. The guy from House of Cards, he was accused. Kevin Spacey.
Oh, yep.
He was accused. Just a whole bunch of things. And that started the movement, the Me Too movement, remember?
Right.
I remember that.
People would get like shirts that said Me Too. And it's... I don't know.
I think the thing was with that was if the accusations were correct, like they were valid, and he got arrested and whatnot, he was found guilty. I think it just basically sparked this, if this woman can get justice for what happened to her, I should be able to get it for me. And then they started basically taking pride in the fact that they were sexually assaulted. Like, hey, if I bring this to the forefront, the person who assaulted me might come to justice as well.
I think there's a negative side as well.
Well, what I'm saying is I think that's how it started, and then after that, a lot of women basically decided, they're getting attention, I'm going to join in on this and just accuse this person.
Not always just attention, but it was also they're getting money.
Yeah, that's true.
Each one of them were getting a lot for settlements, and then people were like, that's a lot of money, I want that too. So that started that whole cycle bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I understand, I think the movement originally for women to come out and talk about what happened is a good thing, but I feel like it sparked a lot of negative things that caused more issues. And one thing that I saw that involves the subject was on Facebook, obviously, but it said, do you believe that women who are negatively accusing someone of rape should get the same punishment that man would have gotten?
Do you mean falsely accusing?
Falsely accusing, yeah. I think so. I feel if you're trying to get someone to go to prison for a long time, it's defamation of
character.
It's slander.
Yeah,
which is punishable if you're in a position of power. Slander is a crime. I know that, but you can only really get any.
It's not just being in a position of power. It's also just having, like, most celebrities have this public face that they have to keep up with just normal, we'll say normal people, but like people who aren't celebrities. And if somebody gives false accusations to slander them, it causes defamation of character, and you can sue for that because that ruins their image in the public. And the thing is that certain corporations, though, like TMZ, they feed off of that. And that is what their entire company is built on.
Yeah, well, it's, a lot of people are literally, their magazines based off of rumors. And that spreads the word, and it's not always the right word, but it gets spread, and then it causes a whole cycle of shit.
And people pay these people.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Next on our list of events of 2018, on May 8th, Donald Trump, our president, pulled out of a multilateral nuclear deal with Iran.
I think someone should tell this guy that pulling out isn't always the option.
That's true.
He's pulled out of a lot of things.
He's been backing out on a lot of deals with a lot of different countries. And,
it's
and like you don't know. Some of them were warranted, and then others weren't. Though
you don't know if it's always the best move or the worst move until the after effects.
Like, I believe I read somewhere else that he had also pulled out of a deal with Russia, but that was because Russia had violated their terms of the deal.
Yeah. So
I don't know what that was about, but I know
I don't
Paris Agreement, and he pulled us out of that.
Yep.
Which
there's a lot he's pulling out of. He also
we're trying our hardest to keep straight faces every single time we have to say the words pull out.
Just recently, he pulled all the soldiers out of Syria.
Yeah.
So it's not even just pulling out of, like, it's everything. He's doing a lot of moves that are controversial. People are negative about it. People are positive about it. But we'll find out in good time what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on that?
No, I think we made all the pulling out jokes we can.
All right.
Now time to pull into the next one.
So, oh yeah, that's right. Forgot we added this one. So June 15th, Stephen Hawking's ashes were put into the Westminster Abbey in London, in a location between Isaac Newton's and Charles Darwin's, which
that's
is
awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a big deal.
They're two very famous figures of history.
Do you think Bill Nye the Science Guy will get put there as well?
No, I feel like he's going to be put in a children's science museum.
Next question. If this isn't me trying to offend anyone, do you think they went wheelchair too?
I don't believe so. You know what I'm wondering?
That'd be cool, though.
Real question.
If
they put... You know how with famous people, when they pass away, their belongings tend to be put up for auction?
Yeah.
How much do you think Stephen Hawking's wheelchair sold for?
Well, it's very high-tech wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's like one of the major things.
The onboard computer system with it, too?
Yeah, like all-inclusive.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Probably hundreds of thousands. Maybe
millions.
Over a million.
Definitely millions.
I don't know. Some
Even
Batmobiles will only go for sale for like fucking 300,000. So
okay, but that's
you also got to remember
this is the guy
Batman.
who invented. What was it?
Gravity.
The black hole theorem or something.
Yeah, black hole theorem. I believe it was.
I don't know what any of that is.
Most of our information comes from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
No, but he was one of the biggest scientific minds of our time, and we're talking about how much his wheelchair sold for. So you can see what level of intelligence we're working from.
Yeah.
Well, you also have to know, we're making jokes, but he plays on Big Bang Theory. That's actually him. He has a good sense of humor, or had a good sense of humor. So I doubt he would be offended by any of this.
Like, he was very influential on our time, though, and I think he definitely deserves his spot there amongst the other scientists that are within Westminster Abbey.
Yeah. I would agree.
Agreed?
Oh, it's me next.
Yeah, it's
okay. So, also on July 20th, James Gunn is fired as director for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 by Disney after some offensive tweets. Oh God! After some offensive tweets surfaced.
So you guys are gonna have to take this one because I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume
the movie
1,
hasn't even come out yet.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
So number 3, he was all scheduled to do and everything, and then they found out he had some tweets from like 8 years ago that were offensive, that were like misogynistic towards women, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't have him as director anymore." And that caused a big thing with Marvel Studios because Dave Bautista, one of the actors who played Drax on Guardians of the Galaxy, he was saying that he's not going to stand for it and that he was leaving Marvel because he thought it was bullshit. And I agree. I think it's bullshit because I think people like to say that people can change, but as soon as something gets resurfaced from 20 years ago...
Well, it's not 20 years ago. I'm saying
I
just
like
pulled up
Donald
the tweets
Trump.
right now.
Oh, you did?
So that we can read through a few of them. Because
right.
they aren't just misogynistic, they're just straight up offensive. This we may or may not censor this. The Expendable, this is from James Gunn. This was, he posted this on August 15th of 2010. The Expendables was so manly, I fucked the shit out of the little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town.
Oh.
Wow.
End quote.
That's a little fucked.
Yeah, that's...
On June 10th, 2008, James Gunn posted, "Laughter is the best medicine. That's why I laugh at people with AIDS."
That's fucking hilarious.
It's fucked up, but you can't not laugh at it.
Well, you can, but we're bad people.
Yeah.
This is August 22nd, 2009. Wondering which Disneyland character would be the worst to get raped by. I think it's
God.
Goofy, but Sleepy would suck too.
Okay, these are pretty fucked.
Yeah.
I would say Elsa. She can do a fucking spike up that ass.
Okay. It's not what we're talking about.
Okay, here's another one. Just made a joke about ass raping my friend when she was asleep.
What the fuck? Okay, so...
A lot of these are rape jokes. The best thing about being raped is when you're done being raped, it's like, woo, this feels great, not being raped.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
So...
And this is fucked up. He also made some tweets at people.
Oh, God.
Okay, so read, like, 3 more, and then go to, like, the top of his feed and read some of the latest things from him.
Oh, this isn't even his feed. I can pull that up later.
Oh, okay.
I can pull that up in a second. But I'm gonna find and read some of the ones that are just straight up offensive to other people.
Okay.
This one's just very simple. Burnt my tongue on an enchilada. Fucking Mexicans.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That seems like something I'd post, though.
Yeah.
It was wrong for Tracy Morgan to say that Sarah Palin was good masturbation material. After all, her ass is way too fat to jerk off to.
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing.
I just think this guy has his priorities wrong.
Well, this
you gotta
was a
remember,
long time ago.
This was about 10 years ago.
What was he doing 10 years ago?
He was directing, like, really bad movies.
Oh, before deleting... Actually, this is very recent. These are from July 19th of this year. These posts actually came up. These are the last 5 tweets that he made before deleting his account. Number 1. Many people who followed my career know when I started, I viewed myself as a provocateur, making movies and telling jokes that were outrageous and taboo, as I discussed publicly many times, and I've developed as a person, so has my work and my humor. So basically, he was an asshole.
So
that's what he built his career on.
Sorry about that, guys. Thanos snapped and we lost half our audio. If you liked this video, please like,
comment,
and subscribe.
This has been Rants and Raves, the 2018 review.
We hope you tune in for the next one.
Bye.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
George?
George, no.
George!